Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Walther PPQ Tactical in 9mm. Now let's take a look at what comes with the pistol. There's a manual here which contains a whole heap of high quality photographs, all in colour, and a whole heap of information about the pistol in general. So I definitely recommend reading up on that prior to using it. There's also a test target here. Now that's a 5-shot group fired at a distance of 15 metres prior to the pistol actually being shipped from the factory. The pistol itself comes shipped with two 10-shot aluminium magazines. Now if you've actually got a primary producer licence or security licence for category H here in Australia, you can get higher capacity magazines. They are available. Both 15-shot and 17-shot capacities are available for around about $100 from your local dealer. So just shop around and you'll be able to find them, no problem at all. The mag loader here is just a plastic mag loader, so that'll help your fingers out if you're loading up a whole heap of rounds. Now the pistol comes with 3 of these back straps. Obviously one's already on the pistol, but there's another 2 here. So they're in small, medium and large. The idea behind these is just so whether you've got large hands or small hands, or depending on just your individual preference for the style of grip, you can change them out to suit your individual needs. First thing you notice about the pistol is when you lift it up, the weight. It's extremely lightweight. It's only 695 grams. It's a striker fire system, so that means that you don't have an external hammer like you do on 1911s and the H&K pistols. Let's go ahead and clear it. Obviously it's not loaded. Now the top slide here, that's actual Tenefer treated carbon steel. So basically what that means is that it's corrosion resistant. You'll also notice too that the barrel, when I pull the slide back, comes up on an angle very similar to a Glock pistol. On top you've got 3-dot fast acquisition sights. You can change the rear sight and adjust for the windage. On the right hand side of the slide you've also got a loaded chamber indicator, so you'll see that later when we get out the range. We'll show you what that looks like. Now the barrel itself is threaded. That's where the tactical part comes into it. Now it's not as if we're going to be adding a suppressor to a barrel down here in Australia, but the reason why we've got this threaded barrel is because it's 120 millimeters in length. So that's the minimum length required for sport shooting for semi-auto pistols down here. So the original length of the barrel was only 102 millimeters, so they wouldn't have been able to sell that to sport shooters here. So that's why the barrel is the way it is. Underneath you've got a Picatinny rail here, so you can add a light or a laser if you wish to do so. Now the slide stop is ambidextrous, so it doesn't matter whether you're left or right handed, you can easily use that with no problems at all. The frame is actually high strength polymer. Now you've got palm swells and also finger grooves machined into it, so that just adds for a little bit more comfort just when you're generally shooting the pistol. Now this is a part that I found a little bit unique. I was very used to the magazine release button being here on the handle of the pistol. This doesn't have it. You've actually got an ambidextrous mag release lever on both sides where the trigger guard is, just here. Okay, so it's just there. So to release the mag, you actually just push down on the lever and out the mag comes. Same on the other side, just push it down and out it comes. So that's very unique. So depending on your background, you may have a lot of experience with using the 1911 style mag release button. If you are, you may just have to use this pistol a lot before you remember to go to the bottom of the trigger guard there. Now the trigger itself, very unique. It's a quick defense trigger. That's how Walther advertised this. First of all, you'll see there that it actually looks very similar to like a Glock trigger, because in the middle there you've actually got the trigger safety, which needs to be depressed before you can pull the trigger and fire the pistol. So that's good if, for example, if you were using this say in security use and the pistol was loaded and you were unfortunate enough to drop the pistol, there's probably a good chance that it wouldn't go off, it wouldn't fire. Because of that safety there, you would actually have to have something hit that and then put enough pressure on the trigger there to actually fire the pistol. So in saying that, to fire the pistol, the trigger breaks nice and clean, about 5.5 pounds of pressure. The trigger reset is very special. This is where the quick defense trigger comes into play. Once you actually fire it, the reset is only about 2.5 millimeters. So that's absolutely unreal. So if you want to get a lot of rounds off in quick succession, you can do so. Once you master that trigger reset, it's very, very easy to do. So let me just give a demonstration of it. Okay, so we'll drop the mag out for the demonstration. So say for example we're at the range now, okay, and you go to fire. Okay, so I'll just dry fire it now so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so once it's fired, if we're out the range, the empty shell would be ejected, slide back, and then the slide forward. So just watch my trigger finger there. It's only got to move forward there about 2.5 mil, and you'll hear the trigger reset. That's it, just there. So I can now fire again. Okay, so once again the slide back and forward, I'll show you one more time. Back and reset just there. So very, very short trigger reset, which I find quite unique. So then obviously I can fire it again. Okay, let me move a couple of things out of the way here, because what I want to demonstrate now is just how quick it is to change out these back straps and find one that suits your individual hand. All you need to do, down the bottom here there's a pin. You just need a 4mm hole punch, and all you do is you just tap the pin through. Now I like to use a rubber or mallet, so that obviously when I'm doing any works like this on any of my firearms, if I do miss and I accidentally hit the firearm, I'm going to cause minimal damage as opposed to a metal hammer. So all you need to do is just tap that through. Pin just comes out the bottom like so, as simple as that. Now with the back strap, you'll see there that there's actually like a finger groove, so you can get your fingernail up under that and just pull outwards, and then the back strap just comes straight off like so. So I'll put this one away, and we'll put on the large one just for argument's sake. So to get that on, all you need to do is just put the strap up under the rear there. Just make sure it's nice and even. And then that just pushes down, as simple as that. So then obviously you've just got a wider or a longer grip there, so better for people with larger hands. So just to secure it in, you just got to put the pin back in the rear there. Let's get the hole punch, a couple of firm taps, and that's it, as simple as that. Okay, let me show you how easy it is now to field strip the pistol. If any of you have any experience with Glock pistols, you'll notice that this is very, very similar in the way you do it. So obviously first things first, before you strip down any weapon or handle any pistol like that, slide back, make sure everything's clear, obviously it's not loaded. Okay, so slide forward, we'll drop the magazine out. Now what you need to do is you need to fire it. So just fire there. Now what you need to do is just with an overhand grip, just pull back a couple of millimeters, and you'll see here there's a mag release lever or catch. Now that's on both sides. What you need to do is grab both of them and then just pull down. Then put the slide forward, and then it just pops straight off, just like that. So very, very similar to the Glocks. Okay, you've got your recoil spring assembly here. Just take that out. Now with your barrel, obviously if you've got the threaded end cap on, you need to just quickly take that off, otherwise you can't get the barrel out of the slide. Then the barrel just lifts up and straight out, so it makes it really easy for cleaning. And there's your top slide there. So you've got your top slide, your barrel, your recoil spring assembly, the thread protector or end cap, and then the frame. You don't need to take it down any further than this for just general field stripping and maintenance and cleaning. Okay, so to put it back together is just completely in reverse. So on the top slide there, just drop the barrel straight in, put the thread protector back on. Okay, now with the recoil spring assembly, you'll notice that on the rear here it's blue. Okay, and on the other end the black. The black's got to go forward and the blue towards the rear of the slide. On the bottom side of the barrel here, there's also a couple of steps. Now what has to happen is the blue needs to go on the second step, so the one closest to the bottom of the barrel. So all you do is just push it in like so, and then just with your thumb, just push it down, and it secures in nicely there. You'll know you've done it correctly because it'll be horizontal and even to the top slide. If it's not, if it's on any other angle, then you know you've done it incorrectly and you just have to repeat the process. Now to put the top slide back onto the frame, you've actually got slide rails on the frame. There's 1, 2 at the back and 3, 4 there at the front. So what you need to do is obviously make sure that the slide, the little indents there, goes straight over the rails. Okay, so you just put it on like so, just pull back, and that's it. Simple as that. So once we've reassembled it like that, I always like to do a test of assembly just to make sure that everything is still working in the pistol, especially prior to me actually taking it out to the range. So obviously the slide stop works, so we'll put the slide forward. What I also like to make sure of is that the safety mechanisms work. So on the trigger safety, I won't pull down on the trigger safety, I'll just grip the trigger both sides of the pistol and just pull back and make sure that it doesn't fire. Okay, so then we know that the trigger safety is working. I'll grab a magazine, put the magazine in, just pull the slide to the rear, and without engaging the slide stop, we want to make sure that it automatically engages and holds open with the empty magazine in there. Okay, release the magazine and fire, and simple as that. So we know that all the features there are still working as they should be. So let's get on out to the range now and see how the pistol performs there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just start off nice and easy. We'll just put 10 rounds through it, the Winchester ammunition, and we'll just go for the bottom right target out there. We've just got a target set up at 10 metres, so we'll just see the general functioning and just how the pistol looks when we're shooting. So as you can see, I mean, it's not too bad. That's just freehand with the accuracy. In general, it's very comfortable to use. I like the palm swells on it. However, one thing I find is because the pistol is so light, when I'm firing, the recoil, even though it's only a 9mm, it jumps fairly, or quite considerably. So you really need to make sure you've got a good tight grip on the pistol. Otherwise, you'll find the rise of the muzzle is fairly high. Okay, so I've got 10 rounds here. What I'm going to do is just put it through rapid fire, so just to show the reliability of the pistol, but also I'll try to master that short trigger reset as well, and just see how quick you can get the rounds off with this. So as you can see, I mean, it's extremely quick. So once you master that balance of the trigger reset, it just makes shooting just that little bit more enjoyable as well. Okay, what I want to demonstrate now is just a loaded chamber indicator that I also spoke about in the intro. So once there's a round chambered, you can only see it just slightly. There's a little bit of red at the back there that becomes evident. So that's just to let you know that there is a round and it is chambered. Okay, I also picked up a pack of 25, just some 9mm, 115 grain FTX. Now these are the Hornby Critical Defence rounds. They're fairly expensive, but they're about $1 a shot. But what I wanted to do was just have a look and just see how its accuracy was. And because it's a fast expanding tip on it, it'd also be quite suitable there for shooting at silhouettes because you'd get very minimal deflection. So I'll just load up 10 rounds of it, and we've got a silhouette set up there at 15 metres, just the circle silhouettes. We've got 6 of them. Okay, here we go.
that trigger is really sweet. The more I use the pistol, the more I really love that short reset. It's just a pleasure to use. You can just come out just at 2.5 mil and feel the reset, and then you're just ready to go again. It's really a great trigger. Okay, I've got obviously 4 rounds left. So what I'll do is out at 50 meters there's just a little dome silhouette just hanging down on a swinger. I'll just take a couple of shots at that with the last 4 rounds. Okay, so my final thoughts on the pistol. A couple of negatives to start with. I'm just finding it very hard to get used to that mag release lever at the bottom of the trigger guard there. I'm automatically, after I'm shooting, going for that mag release button that I'm used to. So that's just a negative I'm finding a little bit hard to overcome. Also, due to the lightness of the whole pistol, you've really got to make sure you've got a tight grip on the pistol when you're shooting it, because the muzzle jump is fairly considerable. Now, it's only 9 mil, so you wouldn't expect a lot to be there, but there is, trust me. So you've got to hold on to it nice and tight if you want to get in those accurate shots. Now, onto the positives. I love the interchangeable back straps here. They're great. For individual shooter preferences and the size of your hand, that's excellent. It's a real big bonus. Also, the trigger is an absolute dream to use. I just love it. Once you find that point of that fast reset, it's just so easy. You've only just got to move your finger ever so slightly just to fire the next round. And I really like the fast acquisition sights as well. They're really nice. So overall, the pistol's so easy to point and shoot. Just keep in mind what I said about the lightness of it, and also you just have to get used to that mag release at the bottom of the trigger guard. But apart from that, just a top quality pistol, and I've really enjoyed using it. So if you are wanting to buy one yourself, you're going to be looking at paying about $1,000 for it. But once again, Walther of Germany make the pistol, so it is high quality. Alright, well, I'll finish up the review there, guys, on the actual pistol. Please remember, if you want to see a sneak peek of my upcoming reviews, I do actually list that on my Facebook site. So if you want to log in and check it out. Please remember to continue the subscriptions and ultimately spread the word around. Thanks for watching.